Man, there is a lot being thrown our way these days on the subject of happiness, right? I mean, every single time I check my news feed, there always seems to be an article or two telling me the 5 to 10 things that I need to do in order to find true happiness. Even my friend Charlene just the other day sent me this book because she thought that I would like it, and it's on the subject of happiness. Love you, Charlene. Maybe Charlene thinks I'm depressed. And I'm curious, why is it always 5 to 10 things that you need to do in order to be happy? I guess it has to be over 5, right? Because if it was less than 5, you'd probably think, you know what, this is too easy. I mean, you wouldn't read an article that says the 2 things you need to do in order to be happy. Because let's face it, you'd probably assume you're already doing it. Eat, sleep, got it, thank you. And that's why it has to be more than 5. And I have to say, thankfully, every single time I read one of these lists, it's always nice to see that watching my videos always makes it into the top 3. Boom! And if it's not the articles talking about happiness, it's the TED Talks. And don't get me wrong, I love the TED Talks. Trust me, I do. However, is it me or does it seem like every second TED Talk seems to be on the subject of happiness and how we have to try and find it in our lives and what we need to do? And every time I watch these videos, it's all these really great speakers talking about the statistics behind happiness and the graphs behind happiness and all the studies that have been done on happiness. And it always leaves you watching the video thinking to yourself, okay, I get it. You're right. I'm not happy. So this leaves me wondering, when did this all begin? I mean, when did we start stopping happiness? I mean, when did we stop being happy? I mean, was there some sort of law that was passed that slipped under the radar? Like most laws? Did I miss a tweet from Donnie? Did Nordstrom's announce that they're no longer going to sell happiness? Because I'm pretty sure there was a time when people were actually happy. And it was probably before white people got here. Seriously though, I want to know who ruined this whole thing that we had going called happiness. I wonder, was it the same guy who ruined the 9-to-5 workday? Yeah, you know the guy I'm talking about, right? This is the first guy in the history of time who thought it was a good idea to stay late after 5 p.m. at work. And there was other people walking out of work that day and they looked over and they're like, oh, well, Bob's staying late at work tonight. Well, I've never seen that before. How's that going to look on me? Maybe I'm not going to look like I care. Maybe I should stay late tomorrow. That's what I'll do. I'll stay late tomorrow. No, I got to do better than that. I know what I'll do. I'll come in on the weekend. I'll work during the weekend. Yes, that way I can prove to the rest of the organization and the other employees that I am the most stupid. No. I don't think it was that guy. I think it must have started way earlier than that. Maybe it was the people who were involved in the religious movement. These people, right, who would tell all their fellow citizens that they were sinners for, what was that thing again? Breathing? No, I don't think it was then. I think it was well before those fairy tales began. It's gotta be, right? I mean, I think, if I have to really think about this, it must have started when there was a time in history where there was a person doing something that brought them true joy, that actually made them happy, whatever that thing was. And somebody walked along and they asked those famous words where they walked up to that person and they said, "What are you doing?" And then the person told them what they were doing. And that's when the other person came back and asked that other famous question. They said, "Why?" And that person said, "Well, because it makes me happy." And that's when the other person came back and said, "Oh, really? Oh my gosh, because I've got something that will make you much happier than that." And then that's when the person who was doing that thing that made them happy said, "Oh, you know what? I don't think that happiness actually exists on a sliding scale. I think that you're either happy or you're not, my friend." And that's when the happiness salesman said, "Oh, you see, I don't think you understand. These shoes, you probably don't know this, but these are the same shoes that famous people wear. That will bring you happiness." And have you heard about this place called heaven? Yeah, no one's actually ever been there or has any account of it being real, but I can assure you that it is better than where you are now, and you will be much happier when you're there. It's up there. Yeah, or there. I can't remember, but it's up there. And you see this business card right here? Yes, if you work hard enough, you can put a title on that actually makes other people respect you that much more. And then that will make you actually happier than what you're doing right now. Yeah, I got it. You want more? Okay, and check this out. Here's something. It's called the internet. Yeah, you're gonna love this. And it will distract you from every single thing that currently makes you happy. And that is when we, as a human species, made the biggest mistake that humans have made in the history of time. Yes, above and beyond the wars, above and beyond the mistakes of pollution, above and beyond global warming, above and beyond the mistakes that we've made by putting chemicals into our food, or greed, or corruption. Yes, above and beyond all those mistakes. It was the mistake that we made at that very moment when someone walked up to us and they said all of those things, and we looked back at them, and instead of laughing our asses off, we said, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, my friends, I've got the cure for happiness. I truly do. And it's not a list of 5 or 10 things or 20 things that you need to do. It's one. And I'm going to share it with you right now. Here it is.